Virgo. Hi, we're going to do a general love reading today for Virgo. It is a general reading. If it resonates, it may not resonate for everyone, but if it does resonate for you, I'm going to be doing an extended reading on it, and the information for that is in the box below. Also, I am going to be taking personal readings now, and the information for that's also in the box below. Okay, so I'm going to start with a Llewellyn deck and a Celtic Cross reading here. See where where it's going to go. And just to let you know that the cards, the male and female cards that show up here are not gender-based, but more about the divine masculine and feminine energies that are in all of us. Okay, now love readings aren't always about romance, but they are always about love. So we'll see where this goes. Interesting. Okay, so Virgo, as a guide, we've got the Ace of Cups guiding you. So more and more, the experiences over the next while, I feel, are the universe filling your cup kind of thing, filling your heart, opening your heart, bringing a sense of spirituality, a sense of awareness, kind of a renewal of spiritual and heart-centered energies, in you. Okay, I'm just going to draw, because I feel like what's showing up here along with that as a clarifier is that there's something that you've been missing in your life. Right now I feel like it's kind of like you're out in the cold and you're kind of wandering aimlessly, sort of thing. And I don't mean that physically necessarily, but more, and this is a guide. So this is a guide to bring you kind of in from that and sort of fill your cup, so that it's time for it to permeate in your life more. Okay, so we've got the Ten of Pentacles in a energy that's above you now. So, and that's kind of understandable at this point. So we got the Chariot and the Seven of Wands showing up there as clarifiers. So the Ten of Pentacles, which is an energy over you now, is really about, wanting to build something permanent and something, more substantially harmonious for yourself, where you kind of feel like you have a handle on it, with Seven of Wands showing up, where it's not overwhelming you, it's not, creating a lot of fear and defensiveness, but more where you feel like you're in charge a bit more. And the Chariot showing up, so it's kind of like this, you can sense kind of this, things have shifted quickly, and that energy is on you now, of very quick movement, very charged movement, okay, as you're moving in. And this is just energies now that are influencing you, so you may sense them, kind of thing. In your immediate past, we got the Nine of Wands with the Wounded Warrior showing up here, and I'll clarify that with the Nine of Cups. So the Wounded Warrior, it's been a rough go for you, and only recently are you beginning to kind of understand that and take a look at that, and take a look at, you're still a bit skeptical as to how did that and everything that I went through come to, help me grow and develop. And I've got the Nine of Cups as a clarifier on that, and move me closer to my heart's desire, sort of thing. And I think when you begin to move more into your present life and where that takes you, then I think it'll become more clear how where you've been moves into where you are going, okay? And you won't be as skeptical. Right now it feels like, you just kind of made it through, like a war zone, and you're standing there holding, you're holding on to anything that's secure for yourself right now, not realizing that all of these things are going to build you towards, as I say, your heart's desire. You've got the Eight of Swords and the Six of Swords on you right now. So still I see movement happening, not like the Chariot, although the Chariot is stirring things up here with the energy force going, in a certain direction. But with the Six of Swords and the Eight of Swords, I do see movement happening here, partially on an intuitive level, as you intuitively begin to move more, a little bit more into by choice. It's definitely by choice, but doing it in an intuitive way, not necessarily yet in a physical way, moving more and more into your emotions and your spiritual kind of side. But I do see you still navigating through some of that rough waters, some of the rough places that the wounded warrior is come out of, and finally coming, to the last part of it. But I do see you definitely navigating through that. With the Three of Pentacles at your base, and I'm going to draw another card there, and that's once again the Judgment card. It's a Judgment card, and once again, it's kind of like the wounded warrior, where you've come back from the war, but now you're taking a hiatus and taking some time to, as I said, discover the Nine of Cups, which is what your heart's desire, while you continue to move a little bit more through some of the residual emotional chaos that's still a bit around you until you get through that. So taking the time to allow kind of new possibilities to at least enter into, your realm of the psyche. So it's more coming through dreams and imaginings and things like that. And that's moving on to the Three of Pentacles, which is at the base, which is below the Ten of Pentacles, as I said, about building that place of serenity and harmony. And the Three of Pentacles is now understanding that you have to build it in a small way before it can be built into your, a big way into your life. So the small way is beginning to bring people into your life that you feel you trust and you feel safe with, because you have the same values, you want to build the same life. So right now, just doing a lot of contemplating around what that would look like, who those people might be, how would that then move into building, in a much bigger way. You've got the Ten of Cups in your near future and the Knight of Swords. So once again, a vision with the Page of Wands showing up here. So kind of a vision that's a sign or a signal for you to keep on the path you're on, knowing you're on the right path, because you can kind of feel like it's moving towards kind of heart fulfillment. So fulfilling your love life, your life, not only in a secure kind of stable way with the Ten of Pentacles, but also in a kind of heart-centered way, because don't forget the guide is the Ace of Cups here. So it's not going to let you forget, the passion in your life while you're building on the serenity and the harmony. So the Knight of Swords, once again, you can sense the Chariot and this quick action. And once you're waiting for the signs that you're building towards this Ten of Cups, this fulfilled life, romantically and emotionally, you're going to put some energy into pursuing that, at least into pursuing ways of receiving more and more knowledge and information around that. So I can kind of see you going after maybe doing a lot of thinking, a lot of talking to people, grasping on to knowledge as it's offered to you and going, yeah, okay, that makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense. And sort of out of that, you're beginning to develop, beyond this wounded warrior thing and move into where this light is showing through for the Judgment card and the rebirth to happen. And you've got the Knight of Pentacles. So I think once again, with the Ace and the Knight, there's a lot of opportunities coming your way for abundance to build a future on. So they could be, actual material abundance with money opportunities coming your way, job opportunities. But also I kind of feel like it has more clues and more knowledge as to how you can keep doing, grasp onto these to build this Ten of Pentacles for yourself. The Moon then is showing up. So you're kind of dually going at this. So you're going at it in terms of building the material security, but you're also going at it in terms of understanding your kind of deeper passion and your emotions. And the Moon is kind of working with you in terms of you having the opportunity to delve a little bit deeper into those things. So I don't know if maybe you're in therapy or something like that right now, but there's definitely, this is happening simultaneously with this other material. So kind of a crossover between the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles that you're building towards, which makes sense because you've got the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, as I said, as your guide cards. Moving into the Four of Wands, which is commitment. And this is in your subconscious. So trying to decide, and I got the Two of Swords that I drew on that, trying to decide which way to go in to bring that that place of joy and happiness into your life, where you feel like you can sink into a level of commitment, and now I'm there, and I'm just going to commit to it, and I just want to be there and have that be my life. So the Two of Swords, kind of going like, how do I do that? Which do I decide? I feel like I'm kind of torn here between, do I do this or do I do that kind of thing. And then we've got the universe showing up as it brings in the end of a whole cycle for you. So some of the things that you are being kind of guided into with the Two of Swords type thinking, along with the Four of Wands, is I've got to commit to something. I've got to commit to this, or I've got to commit to that, but I have to commit. And that is coming to an end, with the cycle coming to an end. So we'll see how that shifts your perspective as we move along, week after week here. But I kind of feel like that's sort of on you now, where you feel very directed to have to make some decisions as to which way to go with your life. Meanwhile, you've got the Six of Cups and the Star and the Page of Pentacles in your environment. So as I say, you have the Knight of Pentacles, so there is an offer here, an opportunity for you. And like I said, I kind of feel like that's more in the material world, job offers or something like that. But then you've got the Page of Pentacles showing up there too, which are the signs with the Star and the Six of Cups trying to move in. So once again, you've got this Two of Swords here, right, between this and this. This is also showing up for you, where it's about soulmates, it's about love, it's about kind of sacredness, and with the Star there too. And then it's also about knowledge and opportunities that way, versus this is about knowledge, like propositions that are offered to you right now. And I kind of feel this is more material. So you got the Two of Swords in between that. Do I go that way? Do I go that way? Okay. In a position of what you want is the Six of Pentacles. So you do want abundance. You do want kind of a sense of affluence, where you can feel free in terms of being able to spend money, for instance, or just feeling a lot freer that way. Then you've got the Devil in the outcome. Now that's a pretty big card to show up here with the end of a cycle, and the Four of Wands showing up down here, and the Two of Swords. So I'm going to read more of that and develop that a little bit more, because that can signal that there's some kind of illusory thinking going on still, even though that cycle is coming to an end and clarity is coming with knowledge your way. But we'll see where that goes, and I'll have to do more of that in the extended, because I'm kind of running out of time here. So if this does resonate for you, I will totally be building onto that in a major way to see where that's going. And right now, and that information is in the box below, as I said, to get to the extended. And I'm just going to end this part of the reading now with an oracle from Wisdom of Avalon, and we've got the Earth Fairy, which is very fitting for a Virgo, I think. So we've got physical health, grounding, and foundations. And I think that's a lot of what we've been talking about here, is what do those foundations look like, right? With the Ten of Pentacles showing up and the Ten of Cups. So interesting combination. All right, Virgo, have a good week, and I'll be moving on to the extended now.